If I can have everybody's attention here in the media center, it's our pleasure to be joined now by Elliott Sadler, driver of the number 11 One Main Financial Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. And Elliott, big morning for you. A lot of news coming out. If you can talk about the big announcement and what you have going on for next year.
Yeah, we definitely had a great big announcement this morning. We announced that our future with Roush Fenway will start next year, starting at Daytona in the Xfinity Series. Also partnering up with One Main Financial and driving a number 1 car, which is pretty special to me. My brother drove that car, and I was a crew member on it years ago. So it's pretty cool to be able to make that announcement this morning. Guys been working hard the last couple of weeks to put this together. Actually, just got everything done yesterday before I got on a plane to come here to Texas. It's kind of got put together pretty fast. So it's an honor for me to sit here in front of you guys this morning at Texas and announce this partnership. It's kind of like a homecoming to me, to be honest with you, to be reunited with Ford and Ford Racing, to be reunited with Doug Yates. Ford really gave me my first big opportunity in the Cup Series back in 1999 with the Wood Brothers, and my contract was actually through Roush because they handled all the stuff for Wood Brothers back then. So it's kind of like I'm coming back home, and very proud to make that announcement this morning.
Great news for you. If you can raise your hand, we'll get a wireless mic to you. Just state your name and your affiliation. We'll start over with Tom and go to Chris.
Hi, Elliott. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Congratulations on the deal. How much does this put your mind at ease for going forward, and just how significant is this for your career?
Well, it feels great to me. I still have a lot left in my career that I want to do and want to accomplish. And this just really, when we sat down and talked and kind of put all the cards out on the table, this just seemed like the perfect fit for me and the direction I wanted to go in, and also seemed like a perfect fit for our sponsor. Just, One Main Financial has been with Roush Fenway in the past, so everybody kind of knew each other, and it just seemed like a good direction that we all wanted to go in. So it does put my mind at ease as far as getting ready for the start of the 2015 season. But it felt right, and it seemed right when we all sat down together to kind of move ahead together. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to Chris next, then up here to Reed, and then back to Stanley.
ChrisKnightCatchNess.com. Elliott, can you talk about the decision to leave Joe Gibbs Racing and why Roush Fenway of all the teams out there?
That's a really good question, Chris. Everything in today's world is sponsor-driven, and the dynamic of sponsorship plays a huge role in what we do in our sport. And when we sat down and talked about it and met about it, we just felt like the direction that Roush Fenway is going is a good fit, not only for me, but also for our sponsor. One Main Financial has been in the series 12 years, and they've also have already been at One Main Financial. So they support the series, they support NASCAR, and they want to continue to support it for a long, long time. And I think when they sat back, they just figured this was a really good direction to go in. And, that's why we chose Roush Fenway, and really think it's going to be a good partnership together moving forward. You're welcome.
Go to Reed next, and then over here to Kenny.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service.
Hey,
Congratulations, Elliott.
Thank you.
What you just mentioned, things that you still want to accomplish. One of those, obviously, is getting back to the Cup Series.
Yep.
Does this look like a way to maybe facilitate that, get closer to that goal, given that Roush doesn't have a full house on the Cup side?
Well, Reed, it's still some things I need to do in a Nationwide Series, and I still really want to win a championship, and I want to win some more races, and I want to do some more things. Do I still have enough left in the tank to make that happen? You damn right I do. And I'm a stat guy just like you guys are. The last 3 years in the Nationwide Series, guys that I have been teammates with have gotten a full-time Cup ride. Austin Dillon, Brian Vickers, and then Sam Hornish this year. Head-to-head racing with each other, I've scored more points than all of them. So I feel like I'm doing my job competing at a high level. There's no other Nationwide Series driver right now in our sport that has more wins and more poles than I do the last years on the Nationwide Series. So that's pretty good. So I feel like I'm still where I need to be, especially mentally right now, focused on what I need to accomplish. I feel like I need to go to Roush Fenway. We got to win some races. We got to be in contention to win championships, and then we'll see where the chips fall after that. But I still have a lot of work left to do in the Nationwide Series, and we want to continue to try to make that happen.
Go up here next to Kenny Bruce and then over to George.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Elliott,
Congratulations, Kenny. By
thank
the
you,
way.
sir.
Yep.
Thank you. Two things. One, at the start of the season, 2014, could you have imagined at the end of the year you were making an announcement that you were going somewhere else? And also, you mentioned from a competition standpoint, and JGR has a pretty good nationwide program. What makes you think that Roush is at that level or can be at that level?
Yeah, no, I cannot envision that because you don't. This is a tough sport, and you never know what's going to happen 6 months down the road. But like I said before, this is a sponsor-driven sport, and when we felt like that One Main Financial is best fit for Roush Fenway was pretty eye-opening to us in the fit as far as the brand is concerned and the direction they're going as a company. From a competition standpoint, from the meetings I've had with Robbie Reiser and the staff at Roush Fenway the last couple weeks, they're making a huge commitment to their racing program. Stuff, you can talk about or you can't talk about. You guys all know how that is. But they've invested a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of good personnel coming in. They're doing a lot of good things to help not only their Cup program but also their nationwide program. It's some things that I know that you don't know yet, and because I'm on the inside, that the commitments they're making and the money they're spending, that's going to take us, I think, to a different level. So for me to be a part of that, to kind of be on the front end of it, is exciting for me. To me, to come in as a veteran with two younger guys as my teammates, I'm looking forward to helping those guys develop and offer any kind of insight I can, just like Dale Jarrett did with me when I became his teammate. I like that side of it a lot. So it's a lot of pluses behind the scene that's going on right now that I think will show itself by the time we get to Daytona next year.
We'll go to George next, then to Jeff.
George Winkler with NASCAR.com. What are your goals for the rest of this year, and can anybody catch Chase Elliott in this thing?
Well, I think Chase is going to have maybe a little issue here or there for us to catch him. He is run very well, been very fast everywhere he's been, and you guys know that. And he's done a great job taking care of the car. So he's going to have, I think, a couple of issues for people to catch him. What are my goals? Look, Coach Gibbs gave me a great opportunity to race for him. We want to win more races and win more poles. I love this track. I've won here before. I've won at Phoenix before. Ran very well at Homestead last year. So we need to end this season as strong as we can. We still have a great opportunity. We're only a few points out of second to get up there and make some things happen. So, I want to end my relationship with the coach on the highest possible way I can, and that's gaining into points and hopefully win another race before we're done for this season. Thank you.
Jeff Gluck from USA Today. I know you watch most of these Cup races. I'm wondering what you think of the new Chase format and how it's playing out and what you see happening.
Jeff, as a fan sitting at home, I like it. I know it's stressful on the teams. I've been a part of the Chase before, and I couldn't imagine having an elimination process in it. I remember sitting at home on my couch watching the Talladega race going, imagine what these drivers are going through, because Talladega is already a handful mentally, because as a driver, you're a control freak because you can kind of control where you race at, who you race with on different tracks other than Talladega and Daytona, but especially Talladega in the fall. So many things are out of your control. That elimination race, to me, watching at home, like I was nervous for the guys because I kind of knew what they were going through. But I love this format. I mean, it creates that you have to race and you have to take chances. Right now, you got a couple guys on the outside looking in that are very fast, like the 4-car and the 2-car. You know they're going to be fast. But when it comes down to late race strategies and pit stops, are they going to take chances? Are they not going to take chances? It plays a lot into their decision-making, and I think that's fun for the race fans sitting at home watching on Sundays. So to me, I like the format. I think it's been a success so far as creating some excitement. We see drivers acting the way they normally don't act because there's so much pressure on them. And it's like a pressure cooker, man, and it's getting ready to pop. So I think we're going to see some pretty cool strategies taken at Phoenix. Maybe not as much here at Texas because the tires wear down a lot, but Phoenix, where track position is number one, I think you're going to see some really cool stuff, people trying to get that last-ditch effort to make it into the championship race at Homestead. But I like it so far, Jeff.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions. We'll go to Stanley and then finish over here with Steve.
Stan Creekmore with Competition Plus, Elliott. Just to make sure I'm hearing you properly, was this a decision by One Main Financial to make the move, or is this something that you kind of developed and introduced to them? And how was it that it was Roush that you all focused on to go to?
Well, Roush had the best fit for us, I think, as a sponsorship, and it had a best fit for me as a driver coming in for the future and where they're going and where I fit into to their future plans. So it felt the most comfortable. As far as a decision-making process, I think we all kind of made it together. We kind of sit down and see what your future looks like. You know, we want to do it together, kind of where we would fit in the best with the owners and where they're going as the future, as a, you know, as the company, as Roush Fenway. So it just felt like as a total package grouping together this, you know, this relationship or partnership with Roush Fenway was definitely going to be the best for us moving forward.
Steve Richards with PRN. I want to lighten up the mood just a little bit.
Okay, good.
Okay, growing up, what was the most embarrassing Halloween costume, looking back, that your parents maybe made you dress up as since today's Halloween?
Okay, I was scared to death as a kid to wear any Halloween outfits. I was very shy as a kid, maybe a little bit different than I am now. But I think the most embarrassing outfit I had to wear, I was a black-eyed pea.
Huh?
You talking about, it was my fault because I was like, I don't want a costume. I don't want a costume. We don't need a costume. And then like 10 minutes before trick-or-treating, I found out all my friends were going trick-or-treating. So my mom took a shirt, put a pea on it, and put some eye makeup on my eye, and I was a black-eyed pea. That was probably the worst makeshift Halloween costume that I've ever been around.
Your mom's creative, man.
My mom did a great in a pinch. She did what she was supposed to do. But I was scared to death to dress up as a kid. I wanted to wear a full mask so you couldn't tell who I was, and then I felt safe behind the mask.
Well, on that note, thanks for coming in and sharing your news and the story, and best of luck today.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you having me.